Hello bakers, this is a mixer which is 130 liters bowl capacity, flour capacity 50 kilos, and dough capacity 100 kilos. What does that mean and how do you arrive at that? We will explain that in detail. The other thing, number two, we'll explain how to use the control panel of an automatic transition dough mixer like this one, and how to be able, the most important thing, even to remove the duff that is normally stuck there when you finish your mixing. So let's start. So many times when you want to buy a dough mixer, you are confused by sellers. They use three different terminologies: dough capacity, flour capacity, and bowl capacity. Let's start with that. In simple terms, bowl capacity is the amount of water that will fill. If I was to fill the bowl with water, how many liters will it take? In this case, this bowl, you can see, if I was to put in water here, it will take 130 liters of water, and that makes it as bowl capacity. However, the amount of dry flour that this mixer can take in maximum is 50 kilos. And that leads us again to now dough capacity, because after I add the flour, I'll add margarine, I'll add water like 25 liters, I'll add fat and everything. When I sum up 50 kilo flour, 25 liters water, let's say 3 kilos fat, sugar, let's say 3 kilos, blah, 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 the whole recipe of about 8 items, I'll end up with what we call the duff. That duff is 100 kilo in weight. And that's how we say this is a 50 kg flour, 100 kilo duff, and 130 liter bowl capacity mixer. So don't go out there and be confused by these terminologies, because most bakers will buy this mixer as 130 kilos duff, which is not correct. This is 100 kilo duff. 130 liters is just the water that can fill this bowl. Now, let's go to point number two. When you are mixing, we have our technician here, just to briefly explain to you how this control panel works. As you can see, before we start, this green button, it has a tortoise. It means it's for this timer. It's slow. And this rabbit, this button is for fast. So this mixer basically has two speeds: low speed and high speed. And it means when I'm doing my mixing, the first 5 minutes, I will use the slow speed to be able to mix the components well, which is flour, margarine, sugar, fat, calcium propionate, salt, and everything. I'll take the first 5 minutes to mix slowly, and water, so that before I go to high speed, those components don't pour out. Because if I go very high speed in the initial stages, these components have not been attached to each other, and the likelihood of the flour pouring out and water is high. So it means that's why we have this mixer divided into two panels, into two timers. This is timer for slow, and this is the timer for high. So this timer operates together with this button, and this timer operates together with high speed button. And therefore, and as you can see, I have to choose in automatic. I need to talk a bit about this automatic, what it means. For example, I am mixing 5 minutes here, and those 5 minutes have lapsed. So I don't have to come again and sit here and switch on this button. That is not the case. This machine has ability to transition automatically. And that's why when you choose this automatic mixing, you will transition from low speed to high speed without touching any button. So long as you had set 5 minutes here, it will move from slow mixing to high speed mixing without you coming back to reset. And it saves you time, and it allows you to do other work, and you know that in the next 10 minutes I'll not come back to the mixer, I'll be doing other work, so that after 10 minutes it will finish, I'll take my duff and proceed with baking. So my technician is here, he'll illustrate that transition We just want to see how the machine transitions. Assuming you are setting up low, you are mixing, you're supposed to, let's say 5 minutes on low and 5 minutes high. So this is, as you can see, the mixing arm, the speed is a bit low. And so when we now transition to, we need to, for the purpose of this video, we cannot wait for 5 minutes, it will be too long. So I just reduce this time here, just to focus and see how the machine transitions. So I have reduced the time, so when it ends, it will automatically come to automatic. Let's see what happens. That is it. Just transition into high speed, and it's moving more faster. And this is the last phase of mixing to make sure that your dough is well mixed and the gluten and all the components have been well mixed so that you produce a high quality loaf. Now, assuming it will go for 5, it will go until all the 5 minutes have depleted, and this timer will come, will stop, the machine will stop. At that moment, I'll remove my dough and I'll proceed to do the molding. However, before I do that, I need to be able to remove the dough that is hidden there, and I'll simply remove this cover, and that's why it's fitted with this button. Our technician can illustrate. It allows you to remove the dough that is stuck there. You can see it is able to move in the reverse direction. This is the normal direction. Now with this button, the machine moves in a reverse direction, and I'm able to take the dough that was here, comes here, I'm able to take with ease to avoid myself from straining too much to try and remove the dough which is at the back. This feature allows this machine to be efficient. It reduces your work in terms of time taken, and also transitioning from slow speed to high speed, and finally removing the dough very fast. Saves you time and allows you to be able to do other works and to finish your baking in a record time. Thank you so much. Remember, we've done very comprehensive videos on what's inside this mixer, because as you can see, it has the arm, both there is a motor that controls both the ball and the arm. One motor, it has 2 motors inside here. One motor is up here, it controls the mixing arm. The other motor, which is here, controls the ball. So this kind of motion in a reverse direction, as opposed to the ball flow, increases the efficiency of your mix. So these details, if you want to see what's inside this mixer, there is a YouTube video that is connected to this one. Just check it out, and how it works, the belt system, the balls, and these timers and everything. We've done a comprehensive video on that. You can check it out. Also, as I started, we talked about ball capacity and dough capacity. There is a comprehensive video of all our mixers talking about their ball capacity, dough capacity, and flour capacity, so that when you are buying your mixer, you are not being misled to buy the wrong capacity, which cannot be able to feed your oven. Remember, always when you are buying your mixer, it must be able to feed your oven so that you can be able to be efficient, and you can take advantage of oven capacity, maximum oven capacity. Because when you mix less than your oven, you will lose in terms of power consumption. Remember, even if you bake 1 loaf or you bake 100 loaves in your oven, at the same time, the power consumption remains the same. Thank you so much. Give us your comments about dough mixers. Have you bought dough mixers before? Did you have a problem about ball capacity and dough capacity? How is your mixer? Is it able to transition fast enough? Are you able to remove that dough that normally sticks there? And so on and so forth. Give us your comments below and let us know what you think. Thank you so much.